Urban warfare surrounds the Indonesian hospital in northern Gaza. Inside, there's no bed even for the most vulnerable of patients. Gaza's ability to operate its hospitals is rapidly waning. This facility's had to cut power to its desalination plant, medical scanners and elevators. UNICEF is calling for an immediate ceasefire, saying, Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza is without power, and we are seeing deeply worrying reports of premature babies dying in incubators. Hospitals must be protected. Children must be protected. Samira Al-Khor and her children have fled from hospital to hospital in search of safety.
If we'd stayed another 5 minutes at Al-Shifa, we would have been killed. We came here to Nasser Hospital for protection, and look, we are sitting on the roadside. There is no space for us. We are sleeping on the street.
Stories like Samira's are fueling worldwide indignation at Israel's actions in Gaza. In Sydney, hundreds gathered in support of Palestinians. At a counter-event in the city, people showed support for Israel and called for the release of hostages.
How Israel defends itself matters. And when we affirm Israel's right to defend itself, what we are also saying is Israel must comply and observe international humanitarian law. And we do call on Israel to cease the attacking of hospitals.
US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has admitted the civilian death toll in Gaza is far too high. But critics argue his words are undermined by financial and military support for Israel.
The United States is also negotiating $13 billion of emergency relief to Israel, as well as $116 billion between Israel and Ukraine in security funding to start acknowledging the level of violence occurring today in Gaza. It is too little, too late, and if it's not backed with policy, it's just symbolic rhetoric.
And the bombs keep landing. This was the scene after an Israeli airstrike in southern Gaza on Sunday. A little further south, at the border with Egypt, those fortunate enough to hold dual nationality are waiting to leave as the Rafah crossing, closed since Friday, reopened. But the vast majority, about 2/3 of Gaza's population, are internally displaced, stuck, with nowhere to go. Herriot, TRT World.